What is panpsychism? Panpsychism is a theory that tries to explain the mysterious phenomenon of consciousness. Panpsychism says that consciousness is not something that only humans or animals have. Instead, everything in the universe, from atoms to stars, has some form of consciousness or subjective experience. Yes, even a rock, even an electron, even the quantum field, it says that everything is actually conscious. Every subatomic particle has some form of proto consciousness. Now, they are not conscious like you and me are, they are not conscious like living things, but they might have a tiny spark of what it feels to be them. It's not that the brain creates consciousness, but that the universe itself is built from consciousness, like a giant tapestry, and every thread is actually aware. This idea is very radical and mind blowing because it flips the standard scientific view upside down. Most of the scientists believe that matter is primary and consciousness somehow emerged from matter when brains got complex enough. But panpsychism flips this argument upside down. It says that no, you have got it backwards. Consciousness did not arise from matter, but matter is a way of organizing consciousness. So it is like saying that water doesn't make the wetness property of wetness. Wetness is already a property of water. Consciousness is the wetness or the property of reality itself. So, what does this mean? Are we all just conscious stuff? Yes, in this view, your brain or our brains, they are not the generators of consciousness. The brain is simply a focusing lens for it. Consciousness is not in your head or in your brain. In fact, your brain is inside consciousness. It's as if the whole universe is one giant ocean of awareness, and your mind is a whirlpool within that ocean, temporarily spinning on its own. How deep does it go? Panpsychism suggests that an electron or a subatomic particle might feel something, not pain or not happiness or not anything like that, but a tiny twitch of awareness. A plant might have very dim, very slow form of perception. A neuron in our brain might have its own proto awareness, and when billions of them combine, they form you. So, consciousness may not be binary on or off, but it can be gradient, like light from a candle to a star. So, it can be actually in a range. Who believes this? You'll be surprised to know that Galileo considered it before deciding to exclude it from science. Spinoza, Leibniz, and even Schrödinger lean towards it. Modern thinkers like David Chalmers, Galileo Commission, and Christoph Koch have openly discussed it. Even some neuroscientists are now saying that we don't know what consciousness is. So maybe it's not in the brain at all. Maybe it is everywhere. Maybe it is dichotomous. What what does panpsychism feel like? Panpsychism is not just a theory, it feels like poetry. The tree that you see, it sees in a different way. That river, it remembers, flows, and responds. That mountain, it watches slowly and silently. It means that you are never alone because everything around you is awake in its own way, in a very proto consciousness form of way. It doesn't deny science, it just says maybe science is studying the body of the universe but missing its soul. Panpsychism won't tell you how to build a better car or how to send astronauts in space, but it might change how one experiences the world because it says that consciousness is everywhere, in everything, only the degree is different. So, consciousness is a continuum, it is not dichotomy. It changes your approach of how you perceive the world. To put it in simple words, when children many times think that their objects or their possessions have some form of consciousness, for example, their compost box or their bag or their tiffin, when they think that they are real beings with feelings, that is actually nothing but panpsychism. Panpsychism asks the question, if everything is conscious, then what is the universe dreaming about? Thank you so much for listening.